UGG or not to UGG. I always UGG. Hi angels, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing my ultimate autumn wish list. I'm very lucky with autumn in that I don't really have to romanticize it too much because my birthday's in autumn, so I always have that to look forward to. It's in October, so it's nicely in between summer and Christmas, so I've got that little pick-me-up for when the nights start getting colder and grosser. I've been seeing this trend go around TikTok and YouTube recently where people are talking about their autumn wish list to get them excited for autumn, and it doesn't have to be just things, it can also be experiences, or just treating it as kind of like a bucket list is really helpful. I have separated each item slash experience into categories: clothes, makeup, experiences, self, and career. Starting off, of course, with the clothes section. I feel like there's only a couple of key pieces missing from my autumn wardrobe. I feel like I've curated it quite nicely. The first one is kind of a category in itself, and it's coats, but I saw one on Quiz the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally perfect. It's this pink fluffy waist length jacket, and I was like, oh, that is just perfect for when I'm wearing an outfit and I'm going out and it doesn't have any pink in it, which most of the time my outfits do, but sometimes I just need a little splash of fun, especially say I'm wearing like an all neutrals outfit. If you add like a pink fluffy coat on the top, it's instantly better. I also need an everyday coat, and I have a really specific vision of what I want in this coat, and I'm finding it really difficult to find a brand that does it. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Essentially what I'm looking for is a waist length coat with peacoat neck, where it's like a high neck and it comes up. I saw one on H&M the other day, which was very close. I think it was the shoulders that just seemed a bit big. I want it to be really simple. I'm not really a coat person. Half the time I find that they either like seem to be quite unflattering, or I don't know. I want one that doesn't completely drown out my figure, is still fairly practical, and I can just chuck it on every day and it just elevates the outfit rather than takes away from the outfit. Does that make sense? I'd like it to be navy, brown, or beige. Another piece of clothing that I would like to try is lace tights. I didn't try this trend last year when, you know, colourful tights were kind of trending a little bit. I know red tights were a big thing last autumn, and I kind of missed out on that trend, and I'd really like to try that, particularly for my birthday theme. I feel like they would kind of tie in quite nicely. I also need to pick up some brown tights, because I have a lot of skirt jumper outfits for autumn and they just need a tight to go over them. But I always find with black tights it doesn't really look right, so I want to try some brown tights and see if they're a bit more flattering. My next one is a juicy tracksuit. If you know me and you know me on my TikTok, you'll know that I have a love for juicy couture. I only actually have one juicy tracksuit. It's a bright deep pink, and I absolutely love it and I wear it at least once a week, but I would really like one either in baby pink or baby blue, and I'm kind of leaning towards the baby blue. I feel like it would be a little bit excessive for me to get the baby pink as well. It gives me such Gabriella vibes from High School Musical. I remember seeing that when I was a kid and I was like, I need to have that tracksuit, and I don't have it still. I don't know what's going on there. For shoes, I would love a pair of the Repetto ballet slippers. I keep seeing them everywhere. I have a Chanel dupe from H&M, but I would love a pair maybe in a red, or I've seen some pink ones as well that would be quite nice. And I love the Repetto brand. I'm realizing as I say that I sound like such a stereotypical girl, but I am a stereotypical girl, so, and I'm happy with that. I would also love a pair of Uggs. I have Uggs, but they're not real Uggs, because when I first bought them I was like, I don't know if this is just a phase. I don't want to buy the actual Uggs and then just never wear them. So I bought this fake pair. I think they're from Primark, and I wore them pretty much every day last winter. So I think that's a sign for me to actually go and buy a pair. I feel like this autumn we're massively leaning into mid 2000s trends with like the Uggs and skinny jeans and things like that. I've seen the Uggs have been coming back. They were back last year, and I feel like they're always a seasonal thing that people are like, to Ugg or not to Ugg. I always UGG. I have my eye on the mini Bailey bow too, and I really want one in I think in the chestnut shade, because I just love the bows on the back. And yes, could I buy another UGG and just chuck a bow on the back? Probably, but it comes with bows, guys. I also love the UGG trainers, but I feel like they may be a little bit done by now, and I don't know how much wear I would actually get out of them. I don't really wear trainers ever. so that's probably not going on my list. My final thing in the clothes department, well, two things actually. Also accessories. I would love a new pair of earmuffs. I love earmuffs in the winter. I love a headband, as you can see. So why not get a headband that also covers your ears? And my ears always get really, really cold anyway. I have a pair. I haven't checked what state they're in because I literally wore them every day last year, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of foundation around the edges. So it might be time for a new pair, and I want like a really big pair, you know? I want people to see that I'm wearing earmuffs. And my final thing on this list, which is completely eccentric and very, very not necessary, is the pink Burberry scarf. It's the check cashmere one, and every year I put it on this little wish list that I have, and it's so much money to spend on a scarf. It's so much money to spend on a scarf, but it's so cute, and you can get it with your initials as well, which is even more perfect. One day, I'm gonna get myself a Burberry scarf in pink with my initials on. It's on my wish list for a reason. It doesn't have to necessarily come true. Okay, that's everything in the clothes department. In the makeup department, I actually need pretty much everything. I'm trying to do Project Pan, and I'm doing pretty well with it so far because we have a new Sephora opening in my local shopping centre in October, and it's literally a couple of days after my birthday, and I was like, oh great, what better time to just go and spend all of my birthday money in Sephora. So I'm trying to wait off buying new products until I go there, and then I can try and experiment with a couple of new different things. But some things I'm definitely going to be looking for is a cool toned bronzer. I find the cooler toned ones look a lot more natural. This one has been on my wish list for a while. I would love the Dior highlighter palette. I love all of their palettes that they have. I think there's a selection of 4 different shades, and all of them are so, so beautiful. There's one that is particularly snow princess vibes, and it's like pink and silver and things like that. I obviously love anything glittery, so this palette is just perfect. I do also need a top up of my Dior lip oil. I was gonna try the new lip balms that they have, but I just feel like I just prefer the lip oil because it gives you the look of a gloss while also being really nourishing. So I think I'm probably going to stick on the lip oil side. So on my makeup wish list, there is a lot of things, but those that I would definitely point out as something that's definitely on my wish list to get. Everything else, that's just a whole separate video because literally everything in my makeup is running out, and I'm going to show you everything that I buy from Sephora for that as well. Okay, so moving on to experiences, one thing I would like to do this autumn is take a trip to Milan. I've been planning this for ages, but I just haven't got around to actually like booking flights and everything. Milan is one of those places that I've always fancied going to, but never just had the time to go and actually do it. And obviously now that I'm not in uni or anything, I can go. For my birthday last year, we took a trip to Paris. It was literally incredible. I did actually film it, but I don't know where the footage went. I always said that the next year I would do the next fashion capital, Milan. We can't quite go to New York yet. The second thing on here is a birthday weekend in London. Whether it'll actually be around my birthday, I don't know, but I would like to go to London in the next couple of weeks. There's a couple of exhibitions and shopping places I would like to go to, so a little trip to London would be great. I'd also really like to do a beach solo trip. I know this is a bit wayward from everything else I've been talking about, but I think I'm such a summer girl, and I find it a bit um not sad, but you know, like it's just a bit mood dampening, I guess, after the summer. So I would like to go to the beach. I feel like an autumn beach just kind of hits different. I feel like it would be nice to do a little solo date there and just spend some time by the sea. I don't think I've ever gone to the beach by myself. I would also really like to go and see a dance performance like ballet. I've always wanted to go and see a ballet recital, and I've just never got round to it. They never really have them close to where I live anyway, so I would like to go and see a ballet performance, hopefully very, very soon. Okay, moving on to self. The first thing I really would like to do is get back into little cozy hobbies like reading, for example. I haven't read in ages. My screen time is literally terrible right now, so I feel like making some kind of dopamine menu to help me with this. Like, I used to have so many hobbies that I would do. Like, I love trying new things with arts and craft and painting, drawing, sewing, all of those things, and I just feel like I haven't done that in a while, and obviously autumn is the perfect time to do that and get back into those cozy hobbies. So I would really like to get back into that. Literally haven't read in ages, and I feel like I just need like a trashy book just to read. Preferably one with like Gossip Girl vibes. That's also on my list actually, is the Gossip Girl book series, because I feel like that would be such a vibe to read and like so 2007 coded. If anyone else has any book recommendations that are along those lines, like socialites or fashion or just like trashy romance novels, give me some recommendations, please. Another thing in the self column is push my language learning. In case you don't know, obviously I speak English, I also speak Spanish, and then little bits of like French and Welsh and things like that. I'd love to really push either French or Italian. I'm kind of leaning towards French. I really want to keep my Spanish level up as well, and I literally haven't spoken it in ages, so I really want to push that too. I feel like it's so classy and just really nice and girly to be able to be like, oh, and just, you know, casually start speaking in another language. Next thing I really want to do is create my curriculum. I know I talked about this a bit in my last vlog. I really want to create a solid curriculum. I had some ideas of what I'd like to do last time, but I didn't really push them that much. So I would like to sit down and actually go through step by step exactly what I'd like to learn. I will definitely be having a language module as part of my curriculum, but other things I want to learn about is fashion history, learning about brand marketing. And then in terms of career, I would really like to push my freelancing because I have not written literally since I submitted my diss. I feel like I've had such a writing burnout. And then I don't even know if I want to say social media as part of the career aspect because it feels like such a weird thing to say. I literally find it so embarrassing, but I would really like to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok by my birthday in October. I would like to push my content and reach out to a couple of brands and see if they'd like to collab once I'm over that 1,000 mark. I feel like that's going to be a lot more doable. It feels really weird to say that kind of thing. Like a couple of months ago, I literally, like, the thought of making like TikToks and YouTube videos was literally my worst nightmare, and now I love it so much. It's so much fun. And I literally don't care at all. So if you want a video on that, let me know because it was a process. There are so many other things that I would like on my wish list. I'm trying not to let coincide with my actual birthday wish list. This is just kind of an autumn wish list of things I'd like to do or have or achieve by the end of autumn. And I feel like it's actually really helped me set my goals out and figure out what I actually want to do. So I would highly recommend that you have a go at this. It's actually really fun and it just reminds me of the 2010s YouTube era so much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!